Hello everyone, welcome to Road to IPM. We've been receiving a lot of queries on Instagram and Telegram. In this video, we'll try answering most of the frequently asked questions regarding IPMAT. In addition to this, if you have any queries, feel free to tune in with us every Friday at 10 pm. For more details, you can check the community section of our channel. With this, let's begin.
So until this year, we had IIM Indore's IPMAT Indore, we had IIM Rohtak's IPMAT Rohtak, and there were 3 new additions this year. It was IIM Ranchi that took in scores from IPMAT Indore and the SATs, and there was a common entrance test called JIPMAT for IIM Bodh Gaya and IIM Jammu. And I am sure that many more IIMs will be coming with IPM program in the coming few years. Also, apart from IIMs, there are 2 universities that provide the IPM course. One is Nalsar University and the other is Nirma University. We have videos on all these colleges, detailed videos on our channel. You can go and have a look.
So moving on to the next question, what is the secret to crack IPMAT Indore? See, most of you will think that the secret to crack IPMAT Indore is practicing a lot of questions and doing a lot of hard work. You might be right there, but the secret to crack IPMAT Indore is not that. The secret to crack IPMAT Indore is giving a lot of mocks and analyzing them properly. If you will give mocks and not analyze them, those mocks will not be utilized properly. You need to analyze the mocks properly so you can take full advantage of them. You need to identify your weak and strong areas after giving the mock, and you need to work upon them accordingly so that you can boost your score and achieve the target score that is required to crack IPMAT Indore. We have a video which will help you to analyze mocks. The link is given in the description. Please watch that video.
Okay, so another question which a lot of IPMAT students ask is that what is an ideal प्रेपरेशन स्ट्रैटेजी. एकदम ब्रीफली बताने चाहे तो तुम्हारा 60 to 75% सिलेबस कंप्लीट होना चाहिए बिफोर द एग्ज़ाम. ठीक है, तुम सेक्शनल टेस्ट दे सकते हो, उसके लिए तुम टॉपिक वाइज टेस्ट दे के प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. थर्डली, तुम्हारी रिविज़न होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, नाउ कंप्लीटिंग द सिलेबस इज़ वन थिंग एंड उसको रिवाइज करना इज़ अनदर थिंग. बिकॉज लाइक अगर तुम सिलेबस कंप्लीट करो और तुम्हारी रिवीजन ना हो तो ट्रस्ट मी यू आर गोइंग टू फॉरगेट व्हाट यू हैव स्टडीड टिल नाउ एंड एग्ज़ाम में कुछ याद नहीं आएगा. ठीक है, इसलिए रिवीजन मतलब प्लेज अ रियली 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 क्रूशियल रोल इन योर प्रिपरेशन. वो करो एंड देन फुल लेंथ मॉक्स इन द एंड एंड देन मॉक एनालिसिस. ठीक है, और ये सब करते हुए बी कंसिस्टेंट. दैट इज़ व्हाट आई वुड सजेस्ट.
Now, is coaching needed for IPMAT exam? This is a popular misconception among all the aspirants. So the answer is no, coaching is not needed for cracking the IPMAT exam. What is actually needed or required from an aspirant is consistency, dedication while preparing for the IPMAT exam. If you're disciplined, if you're hardworking, then you have an equal chance of cracking the IPMAT exam compared to a coaching going aspirant. Hence, be consistent with your plans, revise daily, attempt mocks, analyze them. These are the things that can make and break your IPMAT exam.
With the unlimited amount of resources available on the internet, are you confused about which book or resource you should follow? Well, if that is your case, do check out our video. And short and sweet, there are certain books which every IPMAT aspirant follows, such as Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis for improving your vocabulary and R.S. Agarwal for quantitative aptitude. There is also a book called A Modern Approach to Logical Reasoning by R.S. Agarwal, which you can use for preparation for logical reasoning. And also do read the newspapers, either Times of India or the Hindu, whichever you feel comfortable with. And you can also use Pearson IPMAT Indoor Guide and Disha 15 mock test papers.
So we all take mocks, but we forget to analyze them, and that's where we go wrong. If you take a mock, it becomes utmost important to analyze it. After taking a mock, sit down with the mock, devote time and attempt every question again. Go through every question again. Doesn't matter, correct, incorrect, attempted, skipped. Do the question again. If you went wrong the first time, analyze your mistake, take a note of it and practice similar questions so that you don't repeat the mistake. If you got a question correct, but let's say it took time, look for a shorter approach so that it doesn't take away most of your time, because you have to keep in mind the time limit. Also, we have a detailed video on how to analyze mocks. You can watch it over here.
What is the admission committee looking for in an IPM student? The admission committee is looking for academically oriented students who are keen to pursue management right after 12th. They want those students who have a strong academic base and also who are sincere and hardworking. They want students who are willing to learn more, who want to know more, who want to ask questions like why this, why that. They don't want any extraordinary student. They want you to be sincere and hardworking so that they can nurture you 5 years in an IIM environment and can turn into future leaders. That's the aim of the program.
So another question which a lot of students ask is that कि IPMAT के लिए कितने घंटे पढ़े रोज, ठीक है? तो the answer would be कि यार hours do not matter, ठीक है? Instead of having a time-based approach, you can actually have a task-based approach. Now, what does this mean? कि तुम एक target set करो हर दिन का और उसके हिसाब से तुम अपनी preparation करो. जैसे कि if I say I'll solve 30 questions from quantitative aptitude every day, तो मुझे उतने 30 question करने हैं. फिर उसमें मुझे आधा घंटा लगे या 2 घंटे, मैटर नहीं करता है, ठीक है? और अगर किसी सब्जेक्ट को तुम्हारे लिए ज़्यादा स्ट्रगल हो रहा है उस सब्जेक्ट में, तो उसकी ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस करो. दैट इज़ व्हाट आई वुड सजेस्ट.
What should we aim at? Attempts or accuracy? So dear aspirants, you need to know that both of them are equally important. Attempts and accuracy will only lead you to maximize your score. But if you are in your initial stages of preparation, then focus on more accuracy, because when you focus on accuracy, you tend to take a little more time, but you get to know your weak points. So in the earlier phase, focus more on accuracy, but as you move ahead, try to balance both of them, because in the main paper, both of them matter. So focus right now, if you're in the initial phase, focus on accuracy and slowly and steadily move it to attempts and accuracy.
How to ace in QA section? Well, math students have a very little advantage over the non-math student, but if you practice consistently, I'm sure that you could gain a good grip over the subject. While analyzing past year papers of IPMAT Indore, I've observed that basic chapters which we have covered till class 10, such as number system, ratio and proportion, averages, which are easy at scoring, are asked in IPMAT Indore exam. So finish them first. Once you finish them, then you can move on to higher maths topics such as permutation and combination, matrices and determinants, probability, by practicing NCERT textbook of class 11 and 12. Consistency is the key here.
So when to start your interview prep? I'd say, I know that it is an important part of your selection, but I'd suggest not to stress on it from the very beginning. Focus on clearing the entrance first, and for the interview, little bits you can devote every day. Like if you are not comfortable with spoken English, you can practice speaking in front of the mirror every day, like 10 to 15 minutes. keep up with the general knowledge, current affairs, and also be thorough with your 11th and 12th syllabus. There are questions from academics and from general knowledge and current affairs in the interview. So these things you can do on a regular basis, and otherwise if you are comfortable with speaking, you can just brush up everything like a month before your interview.
Are national level and state level certificates required? No, national and state level certificates are not required to crack IPMAT. They do make your profile look impressive, and the professor who is taking the interview might get impressed and he might put forward a few questions regarding it, but it in no way determines whether you will be selected or not. See, the IPMAT exam has a certain weightage for personal interview, for aptitude test, and for past academics. So just focus on your board exams, IPMAT exam, and any other hobby if you have. Try to develop that hobby, because more than these national level certificates, they talk about your hobby during the interview. So try to develop that and to gain more information about that instead of worrying about national certificates.
So let's talk about the eligibility criteria for IPMAT. So basically you need to have 60% minimum in your 10th as well as your 12th standard for a general category, okay, and for SC, ST and PWD it is 55%, okay. Then you need to be from, like, you can be from any stream, science, commerce, arts or equivalent, and your board can be like any board, like state board वो तो है ही, लाइक CBSE, ICSE, अगर फॉरेन बोर्ड से होगे तो भी चल जाएगा, इंटरनेशनल बोर्ड एंड IGCSE, ठीक है, उसका दिक्कत नहीं है. ऑल्सो वील बी मेकिंग अ डिटेल्ड वीडियो ऑन दिस टॉपिक वेरी सून, एंड अगर तुम्हें अभी देखना है हर एक पर्टिकुलर कॉलेजेस के एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया, तो यार डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिंक्स डाल रहे हैं, तो वो सब तुम अभी देख सकते हो. वैसे वीडियो भी आने वाली है.
Alright, so the question we have is, will higher maths be a problem for non-math students? Dear aspirants, you have to understand that IPMAT exam does have a higher maths section, but the percentage is quite less when we compare it to the basic maths section. Secondly, there are some topics in higher maths which even the non-math students can do, like logarithms, coordinate geometry, matrices and determinants. So hence, focus on these topics rather than going into more complicated topics. Also, one of the most important point, use the SMART approach. Focus on your strengths rather than playing with your weaknesses, because in the main exam you don't have to answer each and every question. You have to maximize your score by answering the questions which are in your strength area.
As I've already said, taking mocks is a great way to improve your performance. But what should be the ideal score in the mocks? Well, to be frank, the ideal score would depend upon the level of difficulty of paper you are attempting. For example, if you attempt a easier level paper, then the cutoff or the ideal score would remain a bit higher. And if you attempt a difficult paper, then the cutoff would remain a bit low. So what I suggest is to not look at marks, but to look at your rank or the percentile, so that you get a rough idea about where you are standing in the entire competition. So, and the next thing is, if you are attempting a paper which is similar to the difficulty level of previous year papers, then the ideal score would for IPMAT Indore is 130 to 150, and for IPMAT Rohtak is 270 to 300.
So the verbal section is dreaded by almost all aspirants, and when I say that, I do include myself. So what you can do is pick up a time slot of the day and make it a habit to practice verbal every day in that time slot. Sit down, take out your exercises and do them every day consistently. Include grammar exercises, include RCs, include different vocab exercises. Also learn new words every day and use them in your sentences so that your mind retains them. Also read articles to brush up your reading skills, and start with topics that interest you. Like if you like science, you may start with science articles, and if you find history boring, you may slowly and gradually shift on to history so that your mind is accustomed of reading and you don't find it boring after all. The change will happen gradually, but you have to start somewhere. Also you can sync your board exam prep with your verbal prep. Like if you read a chapter in your English syllabus, you can pick a few words from there as well and stuff like that.
I am not good at any extracurriculars. Is that okay? Yes, it is absolutely fine. Remember that everything has a weightage in IPMAT. The extracurriculars are a small part of your personal interview, and personal interview holds a weightage. So in no way extracurriculars are required to crack IPMAT. For example, during my interview, most of the questions that were asked were either academic or based on my hobby. They asked me, what are your interests and hobbies? And I told them, and so they asked some counter questions. But my extracurriculars were nowhere discussed during the interview. So don't worry about that. Right now, focus on your exam and its preparation, and then take care of the interview when you are selected for the interview.
Okay, so another question which a lot of students ask is that how to avoid distractions. And this is a very important question. Like काफ़ी बार ये होता है कि हम प्रेपरेशन से भटक जाते हैं, कहीं डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाते हैं, कभी कभी प्रॉब्लम्स चल रही होती है तो गिव अप करने का मन करता है. तो यार जब भी ये हो ना, थिंक ऑफ वन थिंग, व्हाई डिड यू स्टार्ट इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस. सोचो इसके बारे में. कुछ रीज़न रहा होगा राइट कि तुमने IPM की प्रेपरेशन स्टार्ट की. क्यों की थी? जाना है ना, IIM इंदौर जाना है, IIM रोहतक जाना है, बाकी IIMs भी है. तो ये सोचो एंड देन सेट अ प्रायोरिटी लिस्ट. ओके, मतलब मेक अ प्रायोरिटी लिस्ट कि तुम्हें कौन सी चीज़ों को कितना टाइम डिवोट करना है, कितनी मायने रखती है वो चीज़ें. सोचो इसके बारे में. एंड यार ये भी कर सकते हो कि तुम अपने जो स्क्रीन से लाइक जो वॉलपेपर्स है, लैपटॉप स्क्रीन से, तो उस पर तुम कैंपस की फ़ोटोज़ लगा सकते हो, या तुम जहाँ पे पढ़ाई करने बैठते हो वहाँ पे तुम कैंपस के पोस्टर्स लगा सकते हो. ये सब भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है. बट मोस्टली योर प्रायोरिटीज़ एंड व्हाई यू स्टार्टेड.
How to work and understand our weaknesses. So this is the single most, I think, important part of our journey, to understand where we are lacking and to get our weak spots so that we do not repeat the same mistakes in the exam. So for this, you have to test yourself. After revising a topic, give quizzes, give mocks, give sectional tests, because these tests or mocks will reveal your weaknesses to yourself. And after giving these tests, do analyze them. Many of the aspirants do not analyze tests. They focus on repeating or doing more questions. Do not run after quantity of questions. Focus on quality. Even if you do a limited set of questions, do analyze to understand your weak spots.
Mock tests are the practice exams that you give before you appear for the final one. So how often should you give mocks? Well, it is advised to give mocks once or twice a month in the initial stages of your preparation. As you proceed, once you feel that you completed more than half of the syllabus, then take mocks once a week. And once you complete the syllabus, start taking mocks twice or thrice a week and use the rest of the days of the week to analyze the mock and to prepare for the next mock. Do check out our detailed video on how to attempt and analyze the mocks.
Wait. Thank you so much for reaching till the end of this video. Before you leave, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much.